By the time Stranger Things Season 5 streams in 2025, it will have been around 3 years since the Season 4 finale. Nonetheless, Season 5 is fast approaching, with behind-the-scenes footage revealing some of what awaits the residents of Hawkins. So today, on Movie Recap Pro, here's everything you need to remember before the 5th and final season of Stranger Things. For starters, with the behind-the-scenes sneak peek showing Eleven with long hair, there's bound to be a time jump of 1 or 2 years. In this time, Hawkins could become completely unrecognizable. Are you hearing this? They're now calling it a doorway into hell. Great, more hysteria. Indeed, Season 4 ended with the once charming, sleepy town getting split by 4 massive cracks in the earth, converging to reveal a gaping gateway to the upside-down right in the center of Hawkins. As foreshadowed by Eleven plucking a flower killed by the invading spores, Hawkins will be very different in Season 5. Apart from places like Hawkins High School serving as temporary shelters for those affected by the destruction, the town's residents are also bound to come face-to-face with many denizens of the Upside Down, who now have direct access to our world. This will doubtless draw the military might of the government to the town at some point. A double-edged dagger for everyone involved. Overall, the most important thing to remember is that all this is because Vecna won. The main cast may have temporarily defeated Vecna by working together, but before they pulled this off, Vecna had already killed Max. Even though Eleven revived Max, as confirmed by Sadie Sink reprising her role in Season 5, this was enough for Vecna to finally open his mother gate to Hawkins. Furthermore, as it turns out, Vecna had been behind the strangest things that have been occurring in Hawkins since day 1 of the show, and in the 5th season, this will be unpacked in the evolution of one main character. I can feel him, and he's hurt, but he's still alive. Season 5 will likely focus on the connection between Will Byers and Vecna. Notably, Will mentioned in the Season 4 finale that he's sure Vecna is still out there. While speaking to his brother Jonathan, Will admitted that he feels Vecna's presence to the point that he knows how the villain thinks. Combined with Will reacting to the supernatural changes in Hawkins before anyone else, his long history in the Upside Down means that he could be the key to tackling Vecna next season. Indeed, the whole plot of Stranger Things was kicked off by the vanishing of Will Byers, who, in Season 1, was kidnapped by a Demogorgon and spent a long time in the Upside Down. With a behind-the-scenes sneak peek of Stranger Things Season 5 featuring a much younger actor playing Will Byers, the character's backstory is likely to take center stage, just like how Season 4 featured young Eleven in flashbacks. Castle Byers from Season 1 even shows up first in the official sneak peek for the 5th season. Curiously, all this opens the door for arguably the most interesting fan theory about the Stranger Things finale. That Will is actually Vecna. Similar to how Harry Potter's Voldemort uses Horcruxes for immortality, Dungeons & Dragons have fates for the same purpose. And with the Mind Flayer going inside Will in Season 2, it's possible that Will has been Vecna's factory all along. This would mean that Will needs to die in order to kill Vecna permanently, which is par for the course based on the established storytelling of Stranger Things. Indeed, the 5th and last season can only end with a huge sacrifice. Moreover, by leveraging Will and Vecna's connection, the show may further lean into its Dungeons & Dragons-inspired themes. I want you to join me. There seems to be no bigger villain in Stranger Things than Vecna, and this is likely to be the case until the series finale. However, after Vecna was defeated, he may try altering tactics, such as tapping deep into Will Byers' mind. Combined with Vecna's powers, Will's overactive imagination may just give rise to Stranger Things' version of Tiamat, the evil queen mother of dragons in D&D. It would be just like Stranger Things to go all out with a Demogorgon version of a multi-headed dragon god, both a D&D reference and a manifestation of Will's fears. But while Will Byers could be the most pivotal character in Season 5, he's far from being alone in this fight. You're never going on vacation again. You hear me? In fact, you can forget about college. You are staying right here. Most of the main cast are back together in Hawkins for Season 5. Indeed, Season 4 was notable for separating the cast into several groups and across great distances. However, after Hopper, Joyce, and Murray spent most of the season in Russia, it ended with them getting brought back to Hawkins by Agent Ellen Stinson. While Max is still recovering in the hospital, Most of the kids are all right, with 11 now more determined than ever to stop Vecna. They nearly succeeded in doing this during Season 4. And with most of the cast back together, 11 and Max are bound to get another chance at defeating Vecna. That said, the odds are evened out by the Upside Down practically taking over Hawkins. And with behind-the-scenes footage confirming that Vecna will be back in full strength, the cast could be dealing with a more powerful version of the villain, especially now that the Mother Gate is open for business. Mom, it's snowing. In fact, as the Stranger Things Season 5 sneak peek reveals, Vecna will be coming after Mike and 11's little sister, Holly. Odds are that Holly won't be alone. Vecna may be weakened after the Season 4 finale fight and may even need to bide his time before facing 11, Max, or Will again. But as seen and will already sensing Vecna's presence, he won't wait to get his creepy tendrils on any vulnerable targets he can find in Hawkins. Vecna may even target Holly for strategic reasons. By coming after the family of the main cast, Vecna could better ensure that his conquest of Hawkins won't be met with serious opposition. Yet, this obviously won't be the case. While the town is filled with vulnerable kids like Holly, Hawkins is also home to fighters like Erica, who seems to have made a new, yet unnamed and just as scrappy, friend played by Jake Connolly. Whatever Vecna throws at the town, Hawkins won't be going down without a fight. That said, there's more than one fight that's going down in this once sleepy town. He fought and died to protect this town that hated him. Many residents still wrongly blame Eddie for the misfortunes of Hawkins. In the Season 4 finale, Dustin consoled Eddie's uncle about why the latter is still missing. And though Dustin lied to avoid having to explain the inexplicable, he made it clear to Eddie's uncle that his nephew died a hero. Unfortunately, the rest of Hawkins won't be so easily convinced. Behind-the-scenes footage from Season 5 backs this up by showing Dustin getting a beating from the jocks, who are still upset about the unexplained deaths of both Patrick and Jason, which they wrongly blame on Eddie and the Hellfire Club. As things come to a head in Season 5, the show will still need to tackle the legacy of those killed by Vecna. On the other hand, it may be easier to clear Eddie's name this season, as the Upside Down is now a clear and present danger in Hawkins. We kept a pool noodle company in business. We're going out of business, and we would call up, "We'll take everything you got." Based on the behind-the-scenes footage, it will get harder to tell where the Upside Down ends and Hawkins begins, as the sneak peek reveals that the show's artists used a staggering 18 million pool noodles for the Upside Down vines and Vecna's tendrils in Season 5. There are also scenes teasing what looks like soldiers getting thrown around by unseen forces in forests and other locations in Hawkins overrun by the vines. Combined with Vecna's Mother Gate plan coming to fruition in the ending of Season 4, Stranger Things could be crossing over into post-apocalyptic territory in the last episodes. Indeed, this is the genre shift that would allow the show to come full circle as 11 and will shift between Hawkins and the Upside Down. The locations themselves are merging together, and those caught in the crossfire must adapt or die. Just as the main cast members were involved in helping Hawkins refugees in the Season 4 finale, their roles could evolve with the town and the Upside Down. While the military may, at first, take Joyce and Hopper for fools, government agents will have no choice but to defer to their superior experience fighting Demogorgons, which are best dealt with using flamethrowers. Meanwhile, even as the love triangle between Nancy, Steve, and Jonathan unfolds, these natural-born leaders are each bound to meet their inevitable destinies as Hawkins heroes. Stranger Things has certainly come a long way since Lucas, Mike, Dustin, and Will first found 11 in the woods in Season 1. Combined with the Season 5 sneak peek showing castle buyers and other elements from the earliest seasons, the Upside Down will threaten to devour not just Hawkins, but the entire world. Did we miss anything? What else do we need to remember before Stranger Things Season 5 streams in 2025? Tell us in the comments, and keep watching.